So hello again and welcome to another episode of Simple Review. The camera today is a Canon AE-1, a camera from April 1976 and one of the first AE or auto exposure models that was at an affordable price point. They could make it cheaper by reducing the number of components in a very smart way. It features a focal plane shutter with a cloth curtain and goes from 2 seconds up to 1,000 of a second. In a very short moment, I'll be showing you the shutter dial, which is actually also the ISO dial, which goes from 25 ISOs up to 30 to 100 ISOs. And here is the shutter again. Now, on top of the camera, you'll find the shutter release button, and that also has a small lever which features a lock. And the other way around, it is the self timer. And well, push the shutter release button and the self timer will count down from 10 till 0. And if you're patient enough, click. Now the button on top is the battery checker or battery level checker. Now let me take off the lens for a moment. And that is pushing a button and then turning this ring anti-clockwise, and you can take off the lens. That is an advantage because it is always exactly where it should be, aligned, but on the other hand a bit fiddly and not as easy as, for instance, Nikon or Minolta. If you raise the rewind lever, you'll see then the door opens, and now you'll see the prism finder, and the prism finder shows you the aperture, and that is because, of course, this is a shutter priority camera. It also features a PC connection for studio lights. Now let me show you the battery, which can be 4 LR44s or V28pXL, and it loads up on front of the camera. On the bottom of the camera, you'll find a connection for a motor winder, the rewind button, and of course your tripod attachment. If you open up the little port for the motor winder, you can see there is the motor winder attaching point. Voila. Now a short double exposure tip. Make a picture. Push the rewind button. Don't rewind, but advance. And click again. And you'll see you made a double exposure. Now, about that depth of preview button, which can be fixed, you can actually see what the aperture does if you fix the depth of preview button. And I think that's about it. That's about what I know about this camera. Although there is this story of Apple using the shutter sound, that shutter sound, for their cameras or their phones. And I gotta be honest, I'm not sure. Well, let me try.